All right, guys. So it is Green Lantern time. We're going to be reviewing Lanterns, Season 1, Episode 1. And you like the setup? We got the green light. Nah, nah, nah. We're killing that. This was bad. This was a pretty bad first episode in my opinion. I mean, if you liked it, let me know in the comments what did you enjoy about it. I've got some pros. I do. It wasn't like a total waste. I didn't think that there was no redeeming qualities, but man was that a rough first episode. And I get it. It's a new season. It's the first episode, but you would think that for a premiere episode, this is your initial episode, that you'd want it to be pretty good. Oh, man, was it not. And we're going to get into that. So I'm going to break this up. We're going to do pros, we're going to do cons, and then I'll leave you with some closing thoughts, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. But, yeah, not a fan. So let me know in the comments below if you were a fan or not. But from here on, I'm just warning you, we're going to be talking spoilers. I'm going to be going into, like, things that have happened. And if you haven't seen it, you might want to turn off now. But if you just want my review of this particular episode, oof, we're sitting at maybe a 5.5, 6 out of 10. And I'm wondering if the 6 out of 10 might be too generous. But anyway, we're gonna jump right into the spoiler section and talk about some pros and cons. All right. So the pros for this. Let me just tell you right now. One of the pros is the ring itself, the power of the ring, the color that they chose, like that emerald color. I really like it. It's kind of a darker green. I mean, it's not like super dark, but it's a beautiful color. I think they nailed the color of the Green Lantern's light. I love that. They did a fantastic job, and some of the constructs that he makes look really good. They're really cool. I really enjoy those. But let me tell you how few and far between they are in this when we talk about the cons. Another pro is John Stewart, the character himself. This is the Green Lantern in this. It's a shame what they do to Hal Jordan, and again, we'll get to that in the cons, but for John Stewart, fantastic job. This guy feels like the John Stewart of the comic books. He's got the look, he's got the attitude, he's rocking the vibes. This is John Stewart. So I am psyched for this. I can't wait to see more of his character and get more development from him. I'm invested in him. This is who I'm looking forward to when it comes to Green Lantern stuff. So we'll have to see where this goes. But let me think. Any other pros? Any other standouts? Like real big standouts that I really enjoyed? I should have had a list, but instead, boy, I just did this fresh off watching it while I still remember it, and I just wanted to get it out there. Honestly, I don't think there are any other pros. The flight scene was cool when Hal Jordan takes off from the taco stand and flies away. That was pretty cool. That was all right. It's brief, so I mean, that's a small fraction of this entire hour that we saw. And then there is a scene in there where he bubbles up an explosion from an alien that he's interrogating. And that's quick. That's brief. You don't even really get to sit on the special effects very long, which is another thing we'll get to in the cons. So yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all the pros so far for this particular episode. We're gonna jump right into the cons now. Oh boy, this is gonna be a lot. It's in no particular order. I might repeat myself. I might ramble. I might get off track and off topic. But bro, there were so many things that I didn't like about this first episode. And that's a shame because it seems like this is what is setting the tone and setting the pacing for the rest of the season and the rest of the show. And man, it's a mess. First off, we're going to get into Hal Jordan. Boy, did they do his character dirty. Oh boy. Where in the pros I talked about how much I liked John Stewart and I think they nailed his character, I think they are way off base with Hal Jordan. They have made him some foul-mouthed, degenerate, almost loser of a character, and it's insane. Hal Jordan is confident but not cocky. He's strong-willed. He's determined. He's focused. He's in this. They make him look disheveled. They make him hard to like. It's crazy. People are drawn to Hal Jordan. And in this, it seems like everyone knows that Hal Jordan is the Green Lantern. From what I read in Volume 1 of Jeff Johns' Omnibus, I'm pretty sure his identity was kept secret. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a few months since I've read it, but I'm pretty sure the identity of Hal Jordan never overlapped with people knowing that he was the Green Lantern, or at least very few people knew. I could be forgetting that or misremembering, I don't know. But man, was that a small detail. I could take it or leave it. I don't care that they know that he's Green Lantern, but I care how they portray his character. Boy, they make him so unbearable in this. He's dropping F-bombs every couple of seconds. And hey, I'm not opposed to my superhero movies having, cussing and swearing and vulgarity, but it's so overdone. I wouldn't be surprised if they cussed more in this than what you would see from like a Deadpool movie. And that is saying something. So I don't know what the purpose of that was, but it took me out of it. It does change the essence of the character itself. So I'm not sure where they're going with that, but pull it in some, Chief. This is crazy. I don't know what you're going for with his character, but that's not Hal Jordan. I don't know who that is. That's a Hal Jordan imposter. That is not Hal Jordan. And this whole, trainee thing, and, he gets to use Hal's ring. Brother, it ain't like that at all in the comics. They each have their own ring in the comics, and they're each deemed worthy by the Green Lantern Corps. I have no idea why they didn't just start them both with rings, and this could be Jon Stewart's chance to train with Hal Jordan and learn from him and have like that mentor-student buddy cop kind of thing that they're going for. And let me tell you, it's heavy on the cop version and less on the space version. So this space cop thing that they're doing, it's almost like a space cop western. I don't know what kind of genre they're trying to stick this into, because it seems to be all over the place. They've got this town, this small town, and you got this small town sheriff lady, and you've got her family, and her family seems to have deep ties to like this militia. Brother, what are we doing? And then the way that she talks to the Green Lantern, to Hal Jordan, knowing that he's the Green Lantern. What kind of power do you think you have over him? Like, I could see if someone talked like that to Superman, but it's kind of the same thing. It's like Superman's going to be nice to you because he's a Boy Scout. That's his character. But do you think that if Hal Jordan as the Green Lantern wanted to do something, he'd need to like ask for permission from like a regular sheriff with no powers, no special abilities, no way to truly stop him other than him just not wanting to cross that kind of a line? It's insane to me. The way that she like acts like she has some sort of actual authority over him and his powers. It makes no sense. So I don't know what we're doing there, but it's not working. Not in my opinion. I think this was dog shit. This was terrible. This was so bad that several times I had to remind myself that, look, it's not going to be exactly like the comic. But even if you separate the two, even if you just take it as its own thing, like that sits separately from the comics, this was a bad show. They try to get you intrigued in this mystery that's going on, and this like thriller, this drama, this suspense that's happening in the town, and like this shady stuff that's going down, and they're trying to leave like little unanswered breadcrumbs and cryptic things, and you're like, this is a terrible mystery. If this is just a mystery cop drama, they're bad at that. They're bad at the mystery part. Nothing in there. There were no inklings of things that made you think, okay, we're starting to uncover clues. We're doing some sleuthing. We're doing just nothing. None of that. You don't get any of that. So it's not even satisfying as like a cop drama, let alone a superhero show. He used his powers like a handful of times. Let me tell you some of the things that he used his power for. So one time he leaves it and on the dash of the car, and Jon Stewart uses it to protect himself. You see a flash of him bubbling up. Quick. It's brief. They ain't putting this on camera for a long time, and I want to know why. Are they afraid that the CG looks bad? Are they just not wanting to show you a bunch in the first episode? What's the reasoning? It's the Green Lanterns. Show the powers, my guy. That's the whole thing that's got me excited for the show. Show the powers. Do some cool stuff with it. There was one time where he uses the ring to conjure a bottle opener to crack open a beer. That looked cool. That was neat. That was a fun little side thing that he did. You're like, oh, you get to see the ring and the construct of the ring. Pretty cool. And then he conjures, what else? A $20 bill to put into a karaoke machine to play some songs. Then he flies off from the taco stand. This is not in any order. And then the last thing is he bubbles up an alien that's going to explode itself. These are all the times he used the ring. That's it. That's all the times you see the powers of a superhero show being utilized. Everything else is this below average cop drama, this buddy cop thing. Buddy cop, buddy western, buddy sci-fi? I don't know. It's anything but good. How about that? This was so bad in my opinion. There are two memorable characters as of right now. It is Hal Jordan, and you don't remember him in a good way. He's infamous rather than famous. And then you have Jon Stewart. These are the only two characters that I cared about that were worth anything for this particular first episode. I don't care about the sheriff lady. I don't care about her husband or her family. I don't care about her father-in-law. I don't care about the lady that Jon Stewart slept with. I don't care about none of them characters, brother. None of them seemed interesting. Even the little alien they had in holding, he seemed like just a plot device to kind of move the story forward. And let me tell you, this thing moved at a snail's pace. This whole episode was to get you into the whole groove of, hey, there's about to be an invasion on Earth and aliens are behind it. Get ready. War's gonna break out. Do you know how exciting that sounds? Sounds really cool on paper. In theory, what a great idea. In practice, the way they executed it, oh man, is it not exciting? In fact, this was tough to get through. This was a tough hour. I'm sure people like it, and I'm not knocking anybody who likes it. But please tell me why. Tell me some of the things that stood out to you for episode 1. And I know it's just the start of a season. I get that. But every episode could be great. That's what I don't understand when people say stuff like that. It was, it's a slow start. Nah, brother, don't slow start me. Give me stuff that keep me interested and intrigued and captivated. This show didn't do that. My initial impressions, boy, is this middle of the road. Very, very rough showing for season 1, episode 1 of Lanterns. And man, this James Gunn universe, it's not starting too hot. I'll be completely honest with you. We've had a few rough ones, a few rocky starts here, and I don't know if I'm even interested in seeing this continue much further. I would love to see someone else take over and start heading these DC shows and these DC movies, because at this point, man, I don't know if I can keep supporting this. These have been a wash for me. Supergirl was bad. I mean, you had gold. You had a masterpiece right there at your fingertips, and then you just took it off the rails in some completely different direction. Then you've got Lanterns. Insane source material. You've got the blueprint for success, and you're like, hang on, hear me out. What if we go and take these space cops and go heavy on the cops, light on the space? We take this superhero show and we go super light on the super part, and you don't even really think one of the dudes is a hero. It's that whole reluctant hero thing again. Brother, I'm getting so tired of this cliche, of this trope that they do where it's, he doesn't really want to be the hero anymore. He's the reluctant hero and all that. Brother, figure it out, get past it, find a new exciting storyline that doesn't keep rehashing the same old, washed up, just same stereotype over and over. We've played this out before. Pick something different and exciting. I think they really missed their chance here with having Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart both have rings at the very beginning, and them like partnering together, and Hal being the veteran training Jon, and them both like working together to solve this space crime, these space dramas and stuff. You don't get that, man. And I don't know if you will get that. My guess is it'll be slightly peppered throughout the entire season, maybe culminating in the very last episode to probably what'll be half an episode's worth of actual good action and excitement. But that's terrible. That's a terrible season. Now, I can't guess that. I'm just guessing that. I can't, that's not, set in stone. But judging by the first episode, this was so bad. Listen to me. I'm ranting. I'm rambling. It's just one string of consciousness, and I'm losing my mind, man. Why? Why'd you do this to the Green Lanterns? Like I said, I was hopeful for this. I was cautiously optimistic. But come on, man. This was like, it's a layup. Honestly, it truly is. It's a layup. And this one felt bad. Right down from the character of Hal Jordan to the way you get very little actual superhero stuff happening in this show. I mean, come on, man. How do you not know what people want? Like, how do you not understand that this is what draws people to superhero shows? If I wanted to watch a cop drama, there are far better cop dramas than this. If I want to watch a buddy cop movie, I mean, there are so many other movies and TV shows that just do it way better than this. You're going to have to start leaning into that superhero vibe. That's what makes it unique. That's what makes it its own thing. It's the Green Lanterns. Can we make some of that happen? And it's going to be just like every other superhero show or movie. You're going to get them in their costume in the last 15 minutes. So no one puts on the suit, even though I hate those suits. You're probably not going to see Hal Jordan start rocking that suit till episode 7, episode 8 maybe. I don't know, brother. But it's always this big thing about wearing the suits. And my God, can we start adding some freaking color to superhero shows and movies? What is up with this drab, dreary, ultra realistic version of like the color palette that everyone seems to be reusing for superhero shows? It's a fantastical world. It's supposed to be whimsical and fun and exciting, and it's supposed to be like intense. Can we get a colorful color palette? It's the Green Lanterns. The whole thing is about color, the color spectrum, and the cores, different colors. Oh my God, dude, this is driving me bonkers. I didn't enjoy season 1, episode 1 of Lanterns, and I really hope the show picks up. But as of right now, I think that it's a 5.5 out of 10. And let's just hope it gets better. Let's get into my closing thoughts. So, is this show completely doomed? No. But is it off to a rough, rocky start? Oh yeah, for sure it is. There's a lot of things in here that have me so worried and concerned about the future of this show. But boy, was this a real rough start. And I mean, it's a superhero show. Lean on that. Let's do some super stuff. Can we? Can we? I'm tired of these people who are landing these roles as the showrunners of superhero shows who I feel like don't even care about superheroes. They just want to Hollywood it up and be like, let me tell this really intricate, artsy, cool story, and we're going to go heavy onto the realistic vibe of them being buddy cops, and we're going to add slight Western themes in there, and it's going to be cool and gritty and down-to-earth realistic, and we'll throw like the superhero stuff as like the backdrop, man. Nah, man, don't do that. In fact, switch it around. Go heavy on the superhero stuff. And then the buddy cop stuff will just naturally fall into place. But that's my thoughts on it. I've ranted for far too long. I was hopeful it would be good, but I had my doubts. And we'll just have to see what the rest of the season brings. I'm going to continue to watch it. I'm not giving up on it. But man, am I disappointed with the first episode. Let me know in the comments what you think. Did you guys enjoy episode 1, or did you hate it like I did? I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.